Hey everybody, I'm John Everts from California Leasing. Welcome to Agents in Community. I love this show. I'm here with my co-host Martin from Wintrust Mortgage, and we have an amazing guest today. You already know her as one of the top real estate agents in Santa Clarita for a long time, but today you're going to find out a little bit more of her personal side and how she is making our community a better place to live. Welcome, Birdie Bush. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm doing great today. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
Good.
And I'm so happy to talk about one of my greatest passions, and that is Santa Clarita's own Snap Sports.
Like, oh, snap.
Yeah,
There we go. Oh, snap, right?
I am so excited to hear about
The
this.
first thing is, you need to understand, John and I talk sports pretty much every conversation. We might be having a business call about something. It's first like, hey, did you see the game? So anything to do with athletics, we're all in on that.
I like
so,
sports.
Oh, you'll love this.
all right,
Awesome.
so tell us about SNAP. What does it stand for?
I was going to say the first thing you'd want to know is what does SNAP stand for?
Yep.
Well, it's an acronym for Special Needs Athletes and Peers.
Okay.
So we encompass a lot of fun in our program. And the program is now 12 years old.
That is crazy.
12 years old, okay.
I'm so happy and proud to say that I am one of the original board members that started the program because we could see there was a real need for this program to provide sports opportunities for special needs people of all ages beyond what the Special Olympics already provide.
Right.
And so we have programs, a running club, and we have a football team. We have the hockey team that the special
now, who
needs
do they
players.
compete against?
Other special needs hockey teams, they run in other special needs marathons as well as regular marathons.
Is SNAP just exclusive to Santa Clarita, or when you say they're playing these other teams, are there other chapters of SNAP throughout Los Angeles?
Well, actually, there are not other chapters of SNAP. We're specific to
Okay.
Santa Clarita.
Okay.
But there are other special needs sports programs.
So and that's who you're competing against at some of these events.
That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
So it goes beyond the Santa Clarita.
This is why I love this show. Let me tell you why I love this show.
Okay.
Snap's been around 12 years in Santa Clarita. I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
I know you. I know we talked about Bill Miranda, and he launched one of the seasons. I'm sure there are other people involved in the organization that I know, and I don't even know they're connected somehow. So we got to get the word out about this stuff.
We do. We've got to get the word out because there's a lot of, especially young people with special needs and different abilities. And the state cuts off the funding for some of their programs when they reach their 23rd birthday. And so sometimes they're like, what do we do now? And their families are wondering, what can we provide
can I
for
get
them now?
connected? And
So
Yeah.
Snap Sports offers all of our programs at any age. And it's 100% nonprofit.
awesome.
Now, where's the funding come from? I was going to say, it sounds like you have some government grants and private donations.
We
or
apply
your
for grants every year, but it's primarily family, friends, community donations.
Okay.
So we reach out to as many people as we can. We find a lot of businesses, especially small
sponsor.
businesses, family businesses in Santa Clarita. They love to support us. And
Yeah,
of
no, it's
course,
fantastic. You see businesses supporting all the high school programs. Why not take this a step further and help these special athletes? You have the programs cover a whole host of different types of sports. I heard you say running all the way to hockey, and anybody who's been involved in sports knows it's expensive, especially hockey.
Yeah.
Hockey equipment is not cheap.
And she mentioned football.
Yeah,
Also
football. Yeah,
Yes,
you know
and
something
football.
about that. So the funding has got to be huge. So are you doing any public events that we need to talk about here today for people to plug into? How does a donor connect with your organization and help support that?
Oh, donors can always go to our website and find out not only what's upcoming in the SNAP program, but also ability to donate there. And the website is snaphockey.org.
Snap hockey.
Okay.
So it's interesting. So hockey's is that a primary focus as opposed to like why not snap run or something?
Right, and that's a good question. It's not the primary focus, but we did find we could get the URL name, snap hockey.
Okay.
Yeah,
there
'cause
was
Snap.com
there
is
was a
already
Snap
taken.
Sports
Yeah, I would imagine.
company that
okay.
wouldn't give up their.
No, I
There you
get it.
are.
So it's just a
So
happen.
snaphockey.org.
Org.
I'm sure that's going to be on your screen. Probably a link if you're watching this on YouTube, there will be a link you can
And
you
they can
click
also
on.
go to Facebook, and that is Snap Sports
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay.
Awesome.
And now you have the SNAP program. You have all these different things. I would imagine you must have a variety of different coaches that need to understand the needs, because I would imagine the skill set and the needs for each of the athletes in your program is going to vary differently.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not like coaching your regular group of kids that grew up playing hockey. I mean, first of
Well,
all, learning how to skate is got to
One
be.
of the things we're most proud of is we kind of shatter the notion of limitations.
I love it.
Me
love
too.
it.
I
Oh, you
love
love
the way
that.
you phrased that.
Okay.
We have hockey players who are fantastic skaters who are completely blind. Some of
That
them
is
are
wild.
deaf. Some of them are in wheelchairs and can't hold their own weight. So
Right.
they play hockey in either wheelchairs or in sleds and, locomote
Wow.
themselves. It's
Do
amazing.
you guys have, are there videos people can watch on the Facebook page or anything? Or
Yes, we do post videos
Okay.
of recent things we've done.
Activities, yeah.
And then I was speaking primarily about the hockey, but then the running club. We've got people in wheelchairs in the running club.
yeah.
And one of our adorable runners will, about a block from the finish line, she'll get out of her wheelchair she has muscular dystrophy, but she'll make it across the finish line.
Power through on her own.
Power through on her own.
Oh, man.
And it is very, very exciting for her and for everybody else.
Wow. And how many athletes are in total in the program? What's the service need here in Santa Clarita? What's kind
I
of
think
numbers
it's
we're looking at?
currently about 125,
Wow.
and we're open for everybody.
more.
There is literally no limit to how many athletes we can.
She's just building
take
the
in.
program and
Yes.
and the coaches. I want to go back to that again because you're one of the coaches, right?
I am.
That's so
I'm,
cool.
I'm a board member, and I've been on the board all these 12 years.
Board member's boring. Tell me about the
Well,
coaching
I
stuff.
know, but we try to make our board members and board meetings very fun.
Fun and cool. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Very good.
And so, we could take on more board members too because we plan fun events, tournaments, marathons, the football tournaments between here and San Diego. We have gone to Canada to play hockey.
Wow.
Wow. So
tournaments.
that's what says you have a very broad reach. So I mean,
Yes.
the organization's here, but you've made connections for them to compete abroad and wherever that competition may be.
Yes, and we have a hockey tournament every year, and people come from different states, as far away as England and Canada, to come to our
That is so cool.
hockey tournament.
Do you guys have any? You mentioned in the beginning of this, you mentioned the Special Olympics. Does your organization have any ties to that organization, or helping them get to
we
that
don't.
if that's a goal? Or I don't know if that's a goal for some of them or not. But
Well, almost all of the athletes are aware of Special Olympics and can be a part of that, of course. We don't compete with, and we're not really an appendage of Special
right, it's a separate
Olympics,
entity, but
but
yeah.
separate, and we try to provide things that Special Olympics does not provide.
Got it. And,
So
and that
it just
whole
adds
local,
to it.
and that
Yeah.
whole local atmosphere, because I think Special Olympics is more tied to a greater LA kind of thing. This gives you that real local, family oriented.
Small town community.
Yes.
feel.
Yeah, and that's exactly the
And
point
I,
of
I
this.
want to give a special shout out to Bill Miranda, because when
I love that.
Is it-
guy.
I love that
Is he a
guy.
friend of the show? I don't know. Do we know
and
him?
his darling wife, Virginia.
Everybody loves those two.
Yes, and when our ice station was called the ice station, now it's the Cube,
Yeah.
Right.
and it was closing due to financial difficulties.
right.
Bill really got in there, and the city ended up buying the ice rink
Yeah.
and renaming it the Cube, and he was like, there will always be ice time. We do have to pay for it, so donations are so welcome.
So listen, I wanted to get into that because we just have a couple of minutes left. But whenever we do these, the way nonprofits work, at least for me and a lot of the people I've talked to, when you hear about a certain one, it'll connect with you. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But if it does connect with you, you want to know what can I do? And you don't necessarily want to like pick up the phone and be like, hey Birdie, how much money do you need, right? Because you want to feel it out. The first thing you can do, I promise you, the easiest thing you can do is find the Facebook page, like it, and then share it on your own Facebook page. That will help to bring awareness. Awareness is almost as valuable to nonprofits, as money. But they also need money. So aside from money, which we've talked about, they can go to the website and donate. They can call you. She's great to talk to, by the way.
Oh, thanks.
Awareness, a minimum through the Facebook page, but feel free to do more than that. And then what else? Do you guys need volunteers?
We always love volunteers.
Okay.
And we get wonderful support from Westridge High School and their hockey team.
Awesome.
So we get high school ice skaters coming to help our ice skaters.
That helps everybody.
Oh, it does.
Community service when they're graduating and trying to go to college and connects to
And at the end of the
community.
season, those teenagers tell us how much they
appreciate it,
loved doing this. And everybody just has a
That's
great
awesome.
time. So not only do we have the hockey team, but we have developmental skating for people who have maybe never put on a pair of ice skates. And we start from the very beginning with walkers and personally guiding them. And I can guarantee you, and this will work for you,
Oh boy, here we go.
if you've never ice skated before, we'll have you skating very nicely in 4 months.
I'm on it. 4 months. That's a big
months.
commitment too.
Well, you come once a week.
Okay.
Once a week.
So if somebody knows how to skate, knows how to play hockey, there's a space for them to come and volunteer.
Oh,
And
yes.
work-
Yes,
that's
volunteers are so welcome and appreciated.
amazing.
So,
And it's fun, you guys.
Oh.
I mean, working with nonprofits is fulfilling and fun, and you sleep better at night. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
we'll wear you out. And
Yeah,
you'll
that's,
sleep
well,
better
that's what I was.
Yeah,
That's
that's
exactly where I was headed. You're going to be a little tired, but that's all good. But yeah, no, I really appreciate you sharing this organization with us. I know that, you mentioned Bill Miranda earlier and how the city stepped in, and I'm sure that must have been a scary moment for the organization when
it
you guys
was.
went through
I
that.
didn't even
but-
think about that when all that was happening. I didn't even consider,
Well, you didn't even know
like,
about SNAP.
No, but I didn't even consider like the nonprofits that might
be affected by
a
it.
change
Yeah,
like that.
Yes.
and that's such a huge. Building an ice rink is not a cheap construction. That's an expensive building. So yes, the city was kind of an angel investor there to make that happen.
They were wonderful. It was very expensive, but the city of Santa Clarita felt that it was that important, and it is that important.
I
And
agree.
so
Yeah, and
they made sure that the ice rink still is functioning and doing great, and it looks better than ever.
Yeah, I haven't been there in a while, but I'm glad to hear that. So, listen, I think you guys are doing a phenomenal job. I think that what you're doing, whether it be on the ice or some of the other events that you're hosting, you're making your little community of the world better, stronger. Yeah. That's what makes the fabric of Santa Clarita, I think, so unique. There's a lot of nonprofits out here. John and I have spoken with a lot. This is another one of those that's really unique, highly focused, and if somebody wants to be involved, we need them to plug in, now whether they're calling you or starting on the website like you were saying, to do that. So I want to thank you for coming and sharing Snap with us. I don't know, is that the right thing to do? Is that the wrong thing to do? But we love it. I love the name. John, I'll let you close out.
I want to thank you for your work with the organization.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the kind of work that makes a community feel like a community.
Yeah.
And that's why we have this little Agents in Community show. So not only thanks for coming on the show, but thanks for everything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
It's not work. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, I know what you
Awesome.
mean. We know what
Thank
you
you.
mean. And thank you for joining us. Get involved. It might not be Snap, but get involved in your community. And we'll see you next time on Agents in Community.